Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 3. Yes, day number 3. This has to be week 11, fall 2024 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's class. Let's begin. Head up for me, my name is Mr. Petit, P-E-T-I-T. Today is what, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Wednesday the 13th of November, 2024. The subject is, of course, mathematics. And we are still on measures of central tendency. So topic is, there's probably like our third one, measures of central tendency. I think we started it, yeah, we started this on Monday. So measure of central tendency and range. So this has to be our third one, part 3. I want us to look at, remember I said that when we're looking at measures of central tendency, the 3 M's, what are the 3 M's that we talked about for measures of central tendency?
Mean, median, mode.
Mean, median, and mode. Very good. We say,
Mean, median,
very good. We say that the mean is the what? What is the mean?
the average.
The average.
The average, very good. And we can find that average by doing what?
Add the numbers together and then dividing by however many numbers there are.
Very good. That's how you have the mean, right? We said that the mean is definitely our average. And we can find that just by adding up all the numbers and dividing it by however many data values that we have. That's what we mean by the mean. It's an average, okay? And then we have, that's the average. Then we have the median. What is the median? It's gonna be what?
The middle number.
The median is the middle number. So the median is going to be the middle number, the middle value, right? And that's the middle number, right? The middle one. The middle number. And then we have the mode. What is the mode?
All the numbers added together.
The
No.
most number.
No. What is the
set.
mode? What is the mode?
Most popular number in the set of numbers.
Very good. It's the most popular number in the data set, or the most popular value in the data set. That's what we mean by the mode, right? So it's a number that appears the most. So if we have a data set and we're looking, if we have a data set, the one that appears the most, the number that appears the most is definitely going to be the
Petit.
Hello, good night. All right. Then we have, so the mode is the most popular value.
Right.
Mode is the most popular. The most popular.
Good afternoon, Mr. Petit.
Good night. And so altogether, this is our measures of measure of central tendency. So this is the most popular one. Most popular. Okay. And so we have a lot of talk.
Good afternoon.
Good night, good night, good night. Good night. I think we're ready. I think we're good. Okay, good. There we go. All right. And then we have, so this is our measures of central tendency. And then we have the range, right? What is the range? Anyone can answer? What do we mean by the range?
The range is the difference between the highest and lowest number.
Very good. So the range, one second. So for the range, you're gonna take the highest value and subtract it with the lowest value, and that's how you're gonna get the range. All right. All right. So that's the highest number. So the highest. If you know, you don't have to write this. If you already have this, you don't have to write this. Remember, we already did this before. So you have the highest value minus the what? The lowest. All right. All right. 1 second. So the mean is the average, the median is the middle number, the mode is the most popular value of the data set, and the range is the highest minus the lowest. Question, before I could find the median, what must I do to my data set before I could find the median?
You must arrange it in ascending order,
I must range it in ascending order. What do I mean by ascending order? That means what? From what?
lowest to, well, least to greatest.
Least to
greatest.
From least to greatest. Very good.
Good
That's
night. Good night.
Good night. So I must arrange it in ascending order from least to greatest. That's what I must do. All right. So in order for me to find my median, but what happens if I have like two numbers in the middle? What happens in that case?
We gotta add them in.
add them up and divide them.
Add those two numbers and divide it by what?
2.
Divided by
Divide by
2.
2.
Divided by 2. Divided by 2. Very good. All right. So I think we can, let me erase all this. I don't think we need all this. Okay. Okay. So I think we're ready for the question now. Okay. All right. So far we've been looking at mean, median, and mode questions, but I want to look at a different type, right? Different type of mean, median, and mode question. So that's what we're doing now. So I think we already understand the concept, but they can come in different ways. And so the reason why I'm still on this topic is because I want to show you all before we move from this one, I want to show you all the different ways that this question can come. So if it come in a different way, you could at least have an idea of, okay, Mr. Vitti taught us how to do that way as well, not just one way. He taught us how to do multiple ways. All right. So there's different sorts of questions that they could have, right? So let me just show y'all. Let me just give y'all a good example of this. Okay. 1 second. My screen they don't have the question on it yet, right? I don't think y'all could see it yet. Let me know what y'all seeing on your side. Can y'all see it yet?
Just the heading.
Is it just the heading? Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, let's try this one.
Good night.
Good night. I like this question. Let's try this one. So it's a very good one. Write this one down for me, please. Okay. Screen still pause. Y'all can't see it yet. Okay. How about now? Can y'all see it?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Still can't see it?
No, sir. Only the heading.
What? Okay. Let me stop sharing and share again. Um,
Still the
oh,
heading.
oh, I see. I see. I see the problem. I can see it now.
Yes, sir. We can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Yes, sir.
Where's Calvin? Calvin, hi. Like, can you hear me? Where's Calvin? Calvin, hi. Like, can you hear me? I can't have I'm Calvin. Deontay Smith, can you read this for me, please? The store for men. Where's Deontay Smith?
Oh, are we reading this?
Yes, write this down for me, please.
Okay.
Where's Deontay? Can't have him, Deontay. Go ahead, Alea, read the question for me, please.
The shoe store for men sold 8 pairs of shoes. The shoe sizes sold were
Afternoon, Mr. Petit.
Good night. Go
8.5,
ahead.
10.5, 9, 10.5, 7, 6, 10, 10.5.
Good. Read the questions.
Calculate the mean of the shoes, the median shoe size.
Very good. So they give us these shoe sizes. We have 8.5, 10.5, 9, 10.5, 7, 6, 10.5. And so they want us to figure out what is the median shoe size, right? I mean, what is the mean shoe size? And then they want us to figure out after that, what is the mean shoe size? Well, first the mean shoe size and then the median. And then the last two is they want us to figure out what is the modal shoe size, all right? And then they want us to write after that, what would be the most useful measurement to the store manager. That's what we have to figure out. So let me,
Mr. Petito, I know what you do, but everything looks fuzzy.
yeah, I'm gonna clear it up right now. Okay. It's because of the nature of this question, okay. Let's see if I could unfuzzy it. Okay, how about now? Is it a bit clearer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so write this down for me, please. The first thing we have to be trying to figure out is what is the mean shoe size. The difference between this question and the questions that we've seen before is that this question has like mixed numbers. So how do we do it when some of the values in our data set are not, like, when we don't have whole numbers, all right? That's what we're looking at right now. When we don't have whole numbers, how do we do it, all right? So again, the shoe store for men sold 8 pairs of shoes, so we know it's 8 pairs of shoes that we have. The shoe sizes were 8.5, 10.5, 9, 10.5, 7, 6, 10, and 10.5. We're gonna figure out the mean of the shoe sizes. Antoine, how are we gonna figure out the mean of the shoe sizes? How are we gonna figure that out? Antoine. Antoine, how do we figure out the mean?
Can I try?
I'm gonna let Antoine try first. Where's Antoine? Antoine, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, sir. It wasn't letting me open up my mic.
Okay, go ahead now.
The mean,
The mean.
yeah, you add up all the numbers and you divide it by the data given or something like that.
The data values, okay. But we have fractions, right? So how are we gonna do that? So we have what? We have 8.5, right? We have what? We have 10 By the way, I need you all to write this, please. We have 10.5, right? And then we have 9. And then we have what else? Then we have what else? What else do we have? We have 8.5, 10.5, 9,
7, 6, 10, 10 and a
9,
half.
10, 10.5. Then what else?
7,
7. Mm-hmm.
6,
And then 6.
10,
And then 10.
and then 10.5.
And then what else?
10.5.
And then 10.5. So when we have 10.5, 7.5, all those halves, so how do we add them? Like, anyone know? Anyone know how we can add them?
Two halves make a whole, right? So
So
Say
you
it again.
turn them
Okay,
into
you
improper fractions?
separate the fractions
Mm-hmm.
and add them together and divide them by the amount of fractions you have.
So what is our total? So I get for the total.
72.
Who said 72?
Amaya.
How did you get 72?
Paula did the fractions. I turned them into a decimal. Well,
Okay.
I just put 0.5.
You just put what?
0.5, which serves as the same thing as a half.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%.
And
So
they just add up all together and then divided by.
very good.
When
So-
you add all together, it's 72, and then
Okay.
divided by.
So 8.5, right? 8.5 is just what? 8 point what? 8.5, right? 10.5 is just what? 10.5, yeah, 10.5. So that's that. 10.5 here is also what?
10.5.
Just 10.5. And then this 10.5 is just what?
10.5.
10.5 as well. And so what that means is, if you want to add them up, all we need to do is add up 8.5, 10.5, 10.5, 10.5, 9, 7, 6, and 10. Does that make sense? Let me know, please, if that makes sense to you.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else?
Yes,
Does that make
sir.
sense? Does that make sense? The rest of you, does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So
Very good.
Yes,
So what we have here is,
Good afternoon.
good night.
I just have arrived and I don't understand what we're doing.
Okay. You just arrived. Where's this,
Yes.
Ethan? Okay, listen.
Yes.
Listen carefully and you'll get it. So, because you just arrived, so just listen. Because we ain't started nothing really yet. So we have 8.5, which is going to be what? 8.5. All right. Then we have what? 10.5, which is going to be 10 point what? 10 point what?
10.5.
0.5. Then we have a 9, right? Then we have 10.5. Notice how I line it up. Please notice how I line it up. That's very important. 10.5. Everything have to be ordered, like everything have to be one after the other properly. So it's gonna be 0.5. So it's gonna be 10.5. What else? So 8.5, 10.5, 9, 10.5. What else? 7, right? What else? 6. What else? 10. What else? 10.5. So it's gonna be 10.5. Now, there's a lot of empty spaces. What could we fill those empty spaces with?
zeros.
We could fill them with what?
Zeros.
Zeros. So this is gonna be,
Zeros.
yeah, so it's gonna be 9 point what? 9 point
Zero.
what? 0.
Zero.
And this is gonna be 7 point what?
Zero.
7.0. And it's gonna be 6 point what?
Zero.
0. And it's gonna be 10 point what?
Zero.
0. Now we have to add all these up. 5 plus 5 is what?
10.
10. 10 plus 5 is
15.
15. 15 plus 5 is
20.
20. Put the 0 down.
Carry the 2.
Put the 2 up. We have 8 plus 2 is what?
10.
10. 10 plus 9.
19.
19.
19 plus 7. 19 plus 7. 19 plus 7.
25. 25.
19 plus 7.
24.
19 plus 7.
26.
20, 26. 26 plus 6.
30.
26 plus 6.
32.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So it's going to be 32, right? Put the 2 down.
And carry
But-
3.
Carry the
And
3.
carry the 3.
Carry the 3 above. 3 plus 1 is what?
4.
4.
4 plus 1
5.
plus another 1
6.
6.
plus another 1.
7.
7.
7. So it's going to be what?
7.
7.
7.
2.
720?
Yes, sir.
72.
It's 72.0.
72.0.
Very good. 72.0. And 72.0 is the same thing as what?
72.
72. So it's going to be equal to 72. So the mean, right? The mean is equal to 72 divided by what?
8.
Divided by 8. So the mean, what is 72 divided by 8?
9.
9.
72 divided by 8 is what?
9.
9. Very good. Because 9 times 9 times 8 is 72. All right, do y'all understand the first one? Let me know if y'all understand the first one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I do.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, anyone else understand the first one? Let me know if you understand how we got the first one.
do. Yes, I do.
I did.
I do.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, perfect.
No, I don't. Good night. I just got in, so I'm driving and I'm on
Okay,
the road and I'm trying to watch at the same time.
all right, so basically, for number 1, we just found the mean. So the shoe size were 8.5, 10.5, 9, 10.5, 7, 6, 10, 10.5. And so what we have here is we have to figure out what is the mean. And the mean is the average. So we add all these up. And we divide it by 8. Why we are using 8 to divide? Why are we using 8 to divide?
Because that's how much numbers we're dealing with.
That's how much numbers there.
Very good. That's how much
Data
numbers-
value.
Exactly. That's how many data values or data points we have. And so we have to use 8, right? So when we add them all together, we have 8.5, 10.5, 9, 10.5, 7, 6, 10, and 10.5. When we add them all together, what do we get?
72.
72.
72.
72. We divide 72 by 8 and we get what?
9.
And we get
9.
9. We get 9. Does that make sense to y'all? Let me know, please, if that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have y'all written it down? Let me know if you've written it down as yet. Let me know if y'all written it down.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you write this down, please. Again, everyone, make sure you're writing this down. All right. Again, make sure you're writing this down. Now, next, did y'all get the answer for part A? Double I.
Yes, sir.
What y'all got for that? For the second one. What y'all got for 8?
I got 8.
You got 8. Anyone else?
I got 9.
You got 9. Anyone else for number?
We got 13.
You got 13. For AII, what y'all got?
9.5.
I got for the first part it's 17.5, and then when you divide it by 2, it's 8 and 3/4.
Mm,
Oh, how I get that?
okay,
that.
interesting.
Yeah, 9.5.
We get 9.5. All right. So we have to find the median. All right. In order for us to find the median, what must we do? We have to what?
I guess 17.
17.
Oh,
You should put them in order.
didn't
Yeah,
arrange them.
put them in order. So let's arrange them. The first one is what? 7. And then what else?
Isn't it 6?
First one is 6.
Exactly, 6. It is 6. 6 is the first one. So we have
6,
6
then 7.
and then 7. Wait, 1 second. One momento. Let me put this lower so that we can be able to do our arrows. So we have 6. Then we have 7. Then we have what else?
8.
Then we have is 8 there?
Oh no, sorry.
8.5.
8.5. 8.5 is there. How many times is 8.5 there?
1.
1.
Once. So we
9.
have 7, 6, 8.5. Then what else?
9.
9,
And 10.
10.
10, 10,
10 and a half.
then 10, and then what?
10 and a half.
10.5. Very good. 10.5. And what else?
10 and a half.
10.5 again?
Yes, sir.
And anything else?
Another 10 and a half.
10.5. 10.5.
Another 10.5. Golly. 10.5. All right, so what we have to do in order to, that's it? That's all the values?
Yes, sir.
So
That's
this
all.
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. Where is Tyreek? Are you there? Where's Tyreek? Tyreek, are you there? Where's Tyreek? Trinity Cash, are you there? Where's Trinity?
I'm here.
Okay. Are you writing this down, Trinity?
Yes, sir.
Trayvon Cambridge, are you writing this down? Trayvon Cambridge, are you writing this down? Not only Trinity should be writing this down, the rest of you should be writing this down as well. Shavette Harris. Where's Shavette Harris?
Yes, I'm working.
Okay, you understand what's happening? All right. So we have to find the one that's in the middle.
I'm working on it. Yes, sir.
9 and 10.
So we
Mr.
have,
Batiste, I have a question. Never mind.
so we have 6 and we have what? 6
10.5.
and 10.5. And then we have what?
7 and 10.5.
7 and 10.5. And then we have what?
8.5. 10.5.
8.5 and 10.5. So what is in the
9
middle?
and 10.
What is in the
9 and
middle?
10.
9 and 10.
9 and 10.
Very good. So what is our median?
9.5. Sorry, not 8.
What is our median?
9.5.
What do we have to do to figure?
9 and 10.
9 and 10. Then you add them.
Add
You
them
add them
together and
together.
then divide it by 2.
Divide.
Very good. So we have to
And
add
that's
them together.
19.
So if we add them together, if we add,
19.
we have what?
19.
We add
19.
10 plus 9. 10 plus 9. That gives us what?
19.
1, 9, which is 19. But
19.
then we have to divide it, right? So,
Divided by 2.
9.5.
so if we divide, if we divide 19 by what?
I
Two.
got 9.1,
Which gives us
19.
9.5.
9.5.
19 divided by 2 is what?
9.5.
9.5. How did you get 9.5? Let's divide it together.
9.1.
You got 9.1, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
9.5.
9.5.
I got the same thing as well.
Okay, how many times does 2 go into 19?
9 times.
9 times. 2 times 9 is
18.
18.
18. So 19 minus 18 is what?
1.
1. So our answer is 9 remainder 1, right?
Yeah.
So,
No.
You bring
No.
down the zero.
No.
0 behind the 9.
We are way past remainder 1. We are way past remainder 1. No one should be giving me
Bring
answer.
down the zero.
No one should be giving me any answer with remainder 1. You put a decimal point.
You add a 0 to the back.
You put a decimal point. The decimal point gives you a
And
permission
you add a 0 to the back.
to what?
To add a 0 to the
To
back.
add a 0, add a free 0. And so we say, how many times does 2 go into 10?
5.
5.
5 times. 5 times. 2 times 5.
I learned it, it's
a
visible 0.
Exactly. 2 times 5 is
10.
10.
10.
Good. And 10 minus 10 is
0.
0. Good.
The
And
answer
so,
is 9.5.
and so
Thank you, Mr. Petit. I didn't pass that part.
no problem. And so we have that 19 divided by 2 is 9.5. 9.5. How many verses got that? Let me know if you got that.
I got it.
I do.
I got it. I got it.
9.5.
I did.
9.5.
I did.
9.5. Very good. Brianna Moss, are you writing this down? Where's Brianna Moss?
Yes, sir.
Jasmine Rose, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Lavender Johnson, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Good. Michaela Maki, where's Michaela Maki? Can you hear me, Michaela? Michaela
Yes,
Maki.
sir.
So Michaela Maki. So I want to figure out B, right? Read B for me, please.
Write down the model shoe size.
Now, when we say mode, Michaela, what do we mean?
The most popular number.
Very good. The most popular value in the data set. What would you say that would be, Michaela?
10 now.
10.5. She said 10.5. Do we agree with her? 10.5.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Are we sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where's Calvin? Calvin, can you hear me? Calvin Hyla? Calvin Hyla, can you hear me? I don't know, I can't hear from Calvin. Calvin Hyla, can you hear me? So she is saying 10.5, and I fully agree with the 10.5 because how many times does 10.5 appear in the data set?
3.
3 times.
3 times.
3 times.
3 times. Okay. 10.5. Okay. The next question. It says, write down the measurement that is the most useful to the store manager. Write down the measurement that is most
9.
useful to the store manager.
That's the range.
10.5.
What y'all think it is?
10.5.
9.
9. Think it's 9.
10.5.
10.5, because it said 3 times.
10.5.
You think 10.5? Okay.
I think they're referring to the range.
You think they're referring to the range? Okay, because they asked us for the range, right?
No,
No.
sir.
Okay. Put inside the chat what y'all think the last answer is supposed to be. If you was in the exam, what you're gonna put inside the chat what you think the last question should be. Okay, put inside the chat what you think the last question should be. All right. I am seeing 9. Okay. 9. I see 4.5 because 10.5 minus 6 is 10.5 for 4.5. Okay. I need everyone to respond in the chat for me, please. What is the measurement that is the most useful for the store manager? Most useful for the store manager. Kamaro, you said the mean. Why do you say the mean?
Because if he has the mean, then he knows how the size people like.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay. What is the measurement that is the most useful for the store manager? Let me know what y'all put. Let me know what y'all put. Let me know what y'all put.
I put 10.5.
10.5 for 1.
I put 9. 10.5.
But 9.
10.5.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Okay. So think about it. If you are a store manager, right? What is your job? To do what?
Provide.
To make sure you have stocks and inventory.
Mm-hmm.
To make sales.
To make sales.
If anything sells,
To
whatever
supervise.
Keep track of what's
have a
selling.
lot on in
To
order.
make sure you
Yes.
to make sure you always have the stuff that sells the most.
To make sure that you always have the stuff that sells the most, right? So is it saying one person got 8.5, right? How many persons got 3.5? I mean, not 3.5, golly. How many persons got 10.5?
3.
3 persons got 10.5. How many persons got 9?
1.
1 person. How many persons got 7? 1.
1.
How many persons got 6? 1.
1.
How many persons got 10? 1.
1.
But 3 persons got 10.5. So what would be the most important
10.5 because you make more money.
what would be the most important result for you?
People with 10.5.
It would definitely be the mode, right?
Yes.
Mode.
Bigfoot people, so.
The mode. I know, right? So the most important value would be what? 10.5. The mode. That's the most popular value. That is the any 10.5 people in there? Any 10.5? Shout out to the 10.5 crew.
I did.
I did.
I did.
No. Listen. No, listen. Listen to the question.
Talking about your size. If anyone in this
Anyone has 10.5?
Me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I do.
Wow. Wow.
Actually, I 11 for 3.
Yeah, right. Any 9-foot crew? 9. Any
I 9.5.
Any 9?
Me.
9.5.
Depends on the shoes.
Shoes. Any 8.5? 8?
8.5 when the down.
Yeah.
Eight and a half.
We're 8.5 when the sun is not shining.
Any 7.5 crew? 7.5? 7, 7.5, 7. No one 7.5, 7?
I just waited for you to say 4 now.
Only say 1.5.
Any 6.5? 6?
I decide 6.
6.5, 6. Any 5.5? 5? 5.5, 5. Okay, any 4.5? 4.
Yes.
4.5, 4. Okay. All right. I can't. I don't know if I should go lower. 3.5.
Me, Rachel.
That's not true. No way. You're 3.5.
Actually,
There's no way.
it
Wow.
actually is true. I am really short.
Oh, you're short. Oh, Adley, Ethan. That's true. Okay. Do y'all have this written down? Let me know if y'all have this written down.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of this and send it to me.
Not
via
yet.
WhatsApp.
Yes,
I need
sir.
y'all. Do y'all understand this?
mine as soon as the
Yes, sir.
comes.
Yes, sir.
I don't need another example, please.
Another example?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thought it was good. No problem.
Good, but to be on the safe side.
Sure, no problem. I have plenty examples. I have so much examples.
Why?
Mr. Matitas, keep them locked up in the cabinet.
Yeah, I have them right there. Don't worry, I have so much to send. So much examples, so much great exercise, y'all, you know. All right, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where is Alex? Alex, can you hear me? Alex?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what we did?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Did you send your work in as yet or no?
I'm not done writing this.
Alex, have you sent in your work or are you about to do it?
No.
Alex, where's Alex?
Sorry. About
Say
to.
that you're about to, okay. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I will send mine when the current comes on.
The current turn off? Oh my.
And Andros.
Oh, and Andres, okay. Okay. Okay, go ahead, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need y'all to do that for me. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I want us to do 141. Okay. I want us to do one that has like a table, you know? Because I don't know if y'all have seen those ones, right? But they do come in tables, right? So I want us to do that. I want us to do.
I think we did that yesterday.
No. Oh, you mean that one? No, no. I mean like that's the easy kind.
Okay.
I really want us to do this one. So let's try this example. Write this down for me, please. Write this down for me. Deontay, can you hear me? Where's Deontay? Let me leave space because I need space.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you read this on me, please?
For his mathematics project, Donald took a survey of the number of occupants in each of the 30 cars that entered the school parking lot. The table below gives the results of his survey. Calculate the total number of occupants in the car, the mean number of occupants per car, the median number of occupants per car, the
You want us right there?
number of the occupants per car.
Yes, write this down for me, please. Thank you, Deontay. Trinity, can you read this for me as well? Trinity. Write this down for me, please. While she's reading this, I want you to write this down. Go ahead, Trinity. Go ahead, Trinity. Trinity Cash.
For his mathematics project, Donald took a survey of the number of occupants in each of the 30 cars that entered the school parking lot. The table below gives the results of his survey. Want me to read the whole thing? Or?
The whole thing.
Number of occupants: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of cars: 11, 8, 5, 3, 2, 1. Calculate. A, the total number of occupants of the car. B, the mean number of occupants per car. C, the median number of occupants per car. D, the modal number of occupants per car.
Very good. So yeah.
You have to write there.
Yes, definitely write this down. Cetasia. Where's Cetasia? Cetasia, can you hear me? I can't hear from Cetasia. Chanel, can you hear me, Chanel?
Chanel pen?
No, not Chanel Pen, Chanel Jones. Go ahead, Chanel Jones. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
No, so I don't have my book and I'm not at that, so I have to wait till I reach home. I take a screenshot.
Okay. Where is Stanley? Stanley, can you hear me? Stanley, can you hear me? Where's Stanley?
So,
Are you writing this down, Stanley?
yes, sir.
Did you send in your notes as yet?
Sure.
Okay, good. And Tanaya, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Tanaya, you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand what I've taught so far?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And where is Tavana Campbell? Tavana Campbell. Can you hear me? Are you writing this down, Tavana?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I need the rest of you to write this down for me, please. Are y'all done with this or y'all still writing?
Almost.
Almost. Okay. And Sharice and Sharon Gator, can y'all hear me? Sharice and Sharon Gator, can y'all hear me? Sharice and Sharon, can y'all hear me? Where's Sharice and Sharon? I can't have her. Sharice and Sharon Gator.
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
How come I don't have your notes? Where's your notes?
Right here.
You have to take a picture of it and send it to me. You have to take a picture of your notes and send it to me. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Also, where's Sharon? Sharon Gator, can you hear me? Where's Sharon Gator? Sharon Spencer, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Sharon Spencer.
Say it again.
Sharon Spencer.
Sharon, did you send in your notes as yet? For the first slide.
Swear?
The first slide, did you send in that?
No, not yet.
You have to send it, Sharon. Sharon.
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down right away?
Sir.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and answer it, right? But this one is interesting, right? So the first thing you have to know is what it's saying. That's the first thing. The first thing you have to know is what it's saying versus what it's not saying, right? That's the first thing you have to know. So you have to understand how to read the table. What is the table saying? The table is saying that there are 11 cars with one occupant. Let me say it again. So remember now, it says that Donald took a survey of the number of occupants in each car. How many cars that entered the parking lot, the school's parking lot in total? How many cars that entered the school's parking lot in total? How many?
30.
30, right? So 30 cars entered the parking lot in total, 30 cars. Now, 11 of the 30 cars had only one person inside of it. So how many cars had only one person inside of it?
11.
11. Now, then we have 8. So there were 8 cars that had only 2 persons inside of it. That makes sense? So how many people, how many cars had only 2 persons inside of it?
8.
8, very good. Then you have 5, there were 5 cars that had only what? 3 persons
Three.
inside of it. Then we have this one. There were 4 cars that had what?
4 persons.
I'm sorry, there were 3 cars that only have what? 4 persons inside of it. So how many cars had 4 persons inside of it?
3.
3, very good. And then for this one, we have 2 cars that have how many people inside of it?
5.
5. And how many cars had 6 persons inside of it?
1.
1 car, right? So that's how we read this table, right? There are 30 cars that passed through that entered the parking lot. Donald has taken the survey. 11 of the cars had 1 person inside of it. 8 of the cars had 2 persons inside of it. 5 of the cars had 3 persons inside of it. 3 of the cars had 4 persons inside of it. 2 of the cars had 5 persons, and 1 of the cars had 6 persons. Does that make sense to you all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, so then they want us to figure out the total number of occupants of the cars. So they want us to figure out what is going to be the total number of occupants, right? How many people is inside this is how many people? So we know we have 30 cars, right? But how many people actually came? Does anyone have any idea of how we're gonna find the total number of occupants of the cars? What we're gonna do?
Out of all the numbers.
Out of all which numbers?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
My answer is 21.
No, you multiply how
Hey.
many people among cars and then you add them together.
What y'all answers anyway? For the total number of cars, occupants in the cars.
17.
What your answer is?
21.
21? Anyone else?
But now when I added 21.
70.
21? 70? Anyone else? How are we gonna figure out the total?
I also got 21.
21? Okay. How did y'all get 21? For those who got 21, what did you do?
I add up all
Add
the
all
numbers.
the occupants.
I got 22.
I got 70.
You add the occupants, number of occupants. But
I
remember,
do the number of
70.
occupants.
remember, you can't do that because
I get 7.
okay, 70, someone got 70.
It's 70.
70, okay. Remember, you can't just add up the number of occupants because there are 11. Okay, let me just show you all. So the best way to do this is to list out the data set. That's the best way. So let's list out the data set so y'all can actually see what's happening. How many ones do we have?
11.
11. 1,
I got 72.
2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, let me do this right. Let me do this right. I want to do this right. Okay, so because I'll have the fit. How many ones do we have? 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How many tools do we have? How many tools do
8.
we have? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many threes do we have?
5.
5. 1,
We rated all our numbers
2,
down.
yes. 3, 4, 5. How
Good day,
many?
but Mr. Petit.
Yes,
I have to fall in, so I mean, I have to go.
no problem. When you reach home, you could log back in.
Yes, sir.
How many fours do we have? How many fours do we have?
3.
3.
Excuse me,
1.
Mr. Petit.
2,
I really think you need to do
3,
that.
4. It's a reason why I'm doing this. All
Mr.
right.
D,
Uh-huh.
wouldn't it be easier just times the
the number of occupants by the number of cars?
You can, but I want to list out all the data set because I'm doing the questioning.
Wait, Mr.
I'm
Petit,
doing.
isn't it 3 4s?
It's 3 4s. Yes, 3 4s, not 4 4s. Thank you. All right. Next. How many 5s do we have?
2.
2 5s. 1, 2. And how many 6s do we have?
1. 1.
1. So I asked the question again. What is the total number of
70.
occupants?
70.
It's 70.
How y'all get that? That's 2A.
We add up all.
Okay, 2 times 8 is 16.
So we have
3
to do
times 5 is 15.
1 times 11, right?
Mhm.
Plus what? 2
2
times
times
what?
8.
2 times 8.
8.
2 times 8. Plus
3 times 5.
3 times 5. Plus 3 times 5. Three times 5. 3 times 5 plus
4 times 3.
4 times 3. Y'all understand why I'm multiplying them like this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Who said no?
Nope.
Who said no?
I don't understand.
You understand? Okay.
Laura.
All right. Remember,
I don't.
how many ones do we have?
11.
1,
11.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 1 times 11. All right. How many 2s do we have?
8.
8 2s. So it's gonna be how many times? We have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 2 times 8. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
How many 3s do we have?
5.
5. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's gonna be what? 3 times what?
5.
5. Does that make sense?
So
So,
And how many 4s do we have? How many 4s do we have?
3.
3. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. 4 times 3. That makes sense? Plus.
Yes, sir.
Do you all understand now, or I need to explain again?
plus 5.
Yes,
Plus-
we understand.
I get it now.
Plus 5 times what?
5 times 2.
5 times 2. Oh, what do you know I didn't put? I didn't put the 6. Plus 6. And how many 6 do we have?
1.
1. So it's gonna be what? Plus what? 6 times
1
what?
times 6.
6 times 1.
6 times 1. Now when we add all them up, oopsies. When we add all them up, we have, it's gonna be equal to, what is 1 times 11?
11.
11 plus, what is 2 times 8?
16.
16. What is 3 times 5?
15.
15.
15. What is 4 times
12.
3? 12. What is 5 times 2?
10.
10. What is 6 times 1?
6.
Add them all together and you get what?
70.
70. Did anyone get 70 for this one?
Yeah.
Anyone got 70 for this one?
Yes, I did.
What about the 5 times 2?
5 times, ooh, thank you. 10. 15, 12, 10, and 12, 10. Thank you. 12, 10, and 6. Thank you. It's gonna be equal to 70. All right, did anyone else get 70? Let me know, please.
Me.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you all understand how I got 70?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let me know, please, if you understand how I got 70.
Yes, sir.
If you do not understand how I got 70, let me know, please. If you do not understand how I got 70.
Pretty sure I got to understand what you mean.
Anyone who do not understand how I got 70, do not. No? All right. So how do we get 70? The first thing we did was we have to enumerate. We have to list out all of our data points. That's going to be helpful in this case because we want to figure out what is the total number of occupants. So we have 11 ones, we have 8 twos, we have 5 threes, we have 4, we have 3 fours, we have 2 fives, we have 1 6. And so we say 1 times 11, 2 times 8, 3 times 5, 4 times 3, 5 times 2, 6 times 1. We add them all together and we get 70. All right, does that make sense to you all? Does that make
Yes,
sense?
sir.
Good. Now we need to find the mean. What is the mean number of occupants of the cars? What y'all got for that one for part B? What is the mean? What is the mean? Don't be shy. What is the mean? No, come on, man. What is the mean? Y'all can tell me what's the mean. What is
Add
the
up all the numbers.
Add up all the numbers. We already add them up though.
How are you?
What's the mean?
35.
No. What's the mean?
Are you supposed to put it probabilistic rate?
Exactly. The
No.
average.
No, the mean is the average. So we have to add them all together and divide them by what?
2?
6.
Not 6.
2?
12.
No, not 12. No.
2?
No.
By 2.
11?
No.
But the numbers in our data set are like, the amount of numbers is 12 in our data set, right?
No.
20.
No.
6.5.
No.
6.
No. How many numbers do we have in our data set?
I thought we had 12.
12.
No.
6.
How many cars do we have? What did they
What?
say?
30.
They said what?
70.
30.
Oh,
30
cars.
cars. 30 cars. 30 cars. So you said 30, Kanan? Kanan, did you say 30?
2.
I can't hear you, no, Kanan.
How many?
Markeo, you said 30?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Markeo said 30? All right. I didn't hear.
I did not say 30.
Okay, I can hear you now. All right, so we have 70 divided by what? Divided by
30.
30.
30.
How do we do 70 divided by 30? Do you all know how to divide this? We could do what?
Divide 3
10.
times 7. I mean, yeah, times 7.
That will be 2.5.
Not 2.5. Not 2.5. No.
Because 30 could go into 72 times.
Let's do it.
2
Let's
and
do
1/3.
2.3.
Who said it? Someone said it.
2 and 1/3.
2 and 1/3. 2 and 1/3. 2 and 1/3. 2 and 1/3. Let's divide it though. So 30 into what? 70.
70.
How many times does 30 go into 70?
2.
Twice. 30 times 2 is what?
60.
60. Minus. So 0 minus 0 is what?
0.
0. 7 minus 6 is what?
1.
1. How many times does 30 go into 10?
2.5.
We can't do that, right? So what we have to do is we have to put the decimal.
Excuse me, how you got 30?
How I got 30?
Yes, sir.
I got 30 because it's 30 cars. That's what they tell us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 30 cars. So how many times does 30 go into 10? Well, we can't do it, right? Because we put the decimal points, we have to put imaginary. 0.
Zero.
How many times does 30 go into 100?
3 times.
3 times. 30 times 3 is what?
90.
90.
90. And so it's gonna be 100. This becomes 0. That becomes 10. Cancel that out, that becomes 9. So this becomes 10 minus, I'm sorry, no, I doing wrong math.
No, you didn't have to do
I
like
didn't
a
have,
zero.
I didn't have to do that 0. Let me do, this is going to be 0 minus 0 is 0. 7 minus 6 is 1. We put the decimal point, that gives us the permission to put a 0. We say how many times does 30 go into 100? 30 goes into 100 3 times. 30 times 3 is 90. Right, 90. 100 minus 90 is going to be what? 10, right?
10.
Again, we have the permission again to put the imaginary what?
0.
0. Right?
But I can keep going on and on.
Exactly. We put the 3 here. 30 times 3 is 90. And so we have 100 minus 90. For those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, you will notice that this just gonna continue going on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Which means that we have a recurring decimal. So the answer is 2.33. We're gonna put a dash on top. What does a dash mean?
Recurring.
Recurring, it never stops. All right, keeps on going. Do you all know how to divide or no? I don't know how to divide.
Yes, sir.
Let me know if you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I know the divide.
Do you understand? You all understand this or no?
No.
No?
Not really.
Not really.
So when you run on like that, how do you know when to stop?
You know when to stop.
Dividing.
You know when to stop because you can see that it's clearly continuing on and on. So you stop at 2 decimal points and then you say that the 3 is going to continue. That's why you put the bar on top, because the bar means that the 3 is going to continue on and on and on, and you don't want to continue going on and on. All right. So I would say go to at least 2 decimal places. All right. Go to at least 2 decimal places. All right. All right. And so what do we have? We have 2.3. That's how we got the mean for this one. So the answer here is 2.3. So the mean number of cars, the mean number of occupants per car is going to be 2.33. And continue, or 2 1/3 is also good. All right. How are we going to get the median now? The median. How are we going to get the median? How are we going to get the median? How are we going to get the median? Anyone?
Put all the numbers in ascending order and
And the middle number.
All right.
middle number and
Exactly.
divide by 2.
Good. So the median is going to be the what? The middle value, right? But first we have to arrange the data set in ascending order. Now, that is why I listed off, because some person was saying, Mr. Petit, you don't have to list off the data set. That is why I list off the data set, because I know that I'm going to have to find out the median. So I list it off.
Good
all right?
evening, Mr. Petit. I just joined from another class.
Yes, that's no problem. So we have all of this listed, and we have to find the one that is in the middle. What y'all think the answer is? We have to find the one that's in the middle, which I think the answer is
2.
2.
2. You sure it's 2? Or you just, we're gonna find the one in the middle.
3.
3, 4,
It's 3 and 5.
5.
2.
3 and 5.
We have to find the one that's in the middle, right? So let's do it. So the one that's in the middle, so let's do it. So we have this one cancel out with what? That's 6. This one cancel with that 5. This one cancel with what? It's 5. This one cancel with what? It's 4. This one cancel with what? It's 4. This one cancel with what? It's 4. This one cancel with what? This 3. This one cancel with what? This 3. This one cancel with what? That 3. This one cancel with this 3. This one cancel with what?
3.
This 3. This 2 cancel with what? That 2. This 2 cancel with what? That 2. This 2 cancel with what? That 2. So we are left with what?
2.
2 2s in the middle. And we know what to do with stuff like that, right? If we have 2 2s in the middle, what are we gonna do with them?
Add and divide.
Add the both of them and divide it by what?
2.
Divided by 2. So I'm gonna put, so in order to find an answer, we have to what? Add them. So we have 2 plus 2. But we have to divide it by what?
2.
Divided by 2. 2 plus 2 is what?
4.
4. 4 over 2 is what? 4 divided by 2 is
2.
what? 2 again. So the median is what?
2.
2. Class, do y'all understand how I got the median? Let me know, please, if y'all understand how I got
Sure.
the median.
Yes, sir.
Let me know. if y'all-
I confused.
Yes, sir.
Patrick, you say you're confused?
Yes, sir.
Which part? For the median?
I confused, but A and just say I confused, but
With A? Okay. No
Mr.
problem.
Petit, I don't even know where we are.
Okay. Write this down for me, please. Christian, since you just arrived.
I don't understand C.
You don't understand C? Okay. So remember, C is just the median. This is the same median we've been doing from the beginning. The median is what? What is the median? What is the median by
Get
definition?
the middle number, so
The
you
middle.
have to,
The middle number.
yeah.
So since it's the middle number, we have to find which number's in the middle. Once we cancel out each part, we found that what was in the middle?
2 2.
2 and 2 is in the middle. You understand that, Patrick?
yes, sir.
So once we find these 2 in the middle, we add them, divide it by 2, and we get 2. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Making a little bit more sense.
You just find the middle one, and there are 2 that's in the middle. So if there's 2 in the middle, you have to add them and divide them by 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. All right. Now you asked me about part A, right? Right? What's his name? Patrick.
Yes, sir. Part A.
Okay, so part A, they want us to find what? The total number of occupants of the cars. The total. All right. So in order for us to find the total, what we have to do? Well, we have to say 1 times 11, right? 2 times 8, right? 3 times 5, 4 times 3, 5 times 2, and 6 times 1. When we add them all up, we get 70. That makes sense? That makes sense to you?
Yes, sir. Makes sense.
Okay, Gilbriana, you have a question? Say it again, Gabriana. For B, where did I get 30? Because there are 30 cars. Right, there are 30 cars, yeah. That's how we got 30. It's gonna be 70 over 30. Now, class, what is the modal number of occupants? What is the modal number of occupants?
It's 1.
It's 1. How do we know it's 1?
Because
It's
1.
just the one that have the most.
One appears the most. All right, one appears the most. So question, do y'all still love mean, median, and mode?
On some of the questions.
No, so.
All.
On some of the questions.
Some of the questions. I tell you, they could turn up the heat, right? So be careful. What I want y'all to do is take a
How
picture
we
of
get
this.
1?
We got 1 because 1 is the number that appears the most. And that's what the mode is. Mode is the number that appears the most. 1 appears 11 times, right? 2 only appears 8 times. 3 appears 5 times, and so on. 1 appears the most, so 1 is the mode. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Go ahead and take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp.
In the class.
Okay. Alandra. Where's Alandra?
Yes, sir.
Are you sending your work?
Yes, sir.
Dior, where's Dior? Where's Dior?
Excuse me,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Dior, I don't have your notes. I don't have your notes, Dior. Are you writing them down, or you just here just doing nothing, Dior?
I'm writing them down.
But I need to have your notes, Dior. So you
I
need
have
to.
to send all of them tomorrow because I'm getting my phone tomorrow.
Okay, good. The rest of you, are y'all sending in y'all notes? Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
Just about.
My notes
work.
for tonight when I finish taking these down.
Fun right now. I'll have to send it in the class.
I need you.
Tomorrow we have over to work.
I need you to send your notes. I need you to send your notes right now. I need to wait till tomorrow, February, or I need to see your notes right now.
Mr. Petit, I just reached, so I'm still taking it down.
We have language after this, right?
Yes, we do. Kriston, say it again.
I'm still taking down my notes because I just reached.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. You have to take a screenshot of this because we're gonna move on to the next one. Let's do another one. Hopefully, this don't do us too bad. Oh, I thought this was so take a screenshot of this because I gotta move this.
Okay.
You got it, Kriston? Kriston, you got it? Kriston, did you get it?
Me?
Kriston, right? All right, let's go ahead and answer and continue. Let's do another example.
Mr. Petit, can you go back for 1 second, please?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Can we do a can we do a grade exercise on that, or y'all need another example on that?
Graded exercise.
Grade exercise, okay.
Example.
No, we need a graded exercise.
Grade exercise, okay.
Example. Great exercise.
I might need an example.
Example.
We need an
Great
example.
Example.
Majority rule, I hear more graded exercise than example. So I think
Graded
this is
example.
I need
Example.
Yeah.
41.
I say example.
141. Okay, so This is very easy. This is not, this next one I'm gonna give y'all is not difficult. It's gonna be like,
Oh, sister, that must be a truck.
whenever I ever lied to y'all, I've always told the
I
truth.
didn't say you lied. I say it's be a truck.
I've always been honest. Okay, so I want y'all to do this one. Go ahead, Deontay, can you read this one for me? Please write this down. Again, write this down. This is a great exercise, by the way. I want y'all to try this. I'm not gonna do it first. So let me put the great exercise there. Go ahead, Deontay, read this for me, please.
For her mathematics project, Jessica took a survey of the number of occupants in each of the 18 houses on her street. The table below gives the results of her survey. Number of occupants, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number of houses, 1, 6, 5, 2, 3, 1. Calculate the total number of occupants of the houses on the street, the mean number of occupants per house, the median number of occupants per house, and the modal number of occupants per house.
Very good. Do I have any other reader? Anyone else want to read?
I could read.
Go ahead, Alora.
For her mathematics project, Jessica took a survey of the numbers of occupants in each of the 18 houses on her street. The table below gives the result of her survey. Number of occupants, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Number of houses, 1, 6, 5, 2, 3, and 1. Calculate the total number of occupants of the houses on her street. The main number of occupants per house. The mean number of occupants per house. I can't see the next one.
The modal number of occupants per house.
The modal occupants.
All right, good. Ajani, are you writing this down? Where's Ajani?
Yes.
Okay, good. And Alexia Brown, can you hear me? Where's Alexia Brown? Alexia Brown, can you hear me? Alexia Brown, can you hear me? Where's Alexia Brown? Alexia Brown, can you hear me? I can't hear from Cameron, are you writing this down? Where's Cameron?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in the notes earlier?
Yes, sir.
All of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Where is hello, I'm Alexia Brown. Can you hear me, Alexia? I can't hear from Alexia. Alexia Brown, can you hear me? Can't hear from Alexia. Aiden Frandu. Where's Aiden? Aiden Frandu, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
B.
B. Are you writing down the question as well as the table and everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Elcardo Lubin, where's Elcardo? Elcardo Lubin, can you hear me? Where's Elcardo? Can't hear from Jeremiah Rule, can you hear me? Where's Jeremiah Rule? Jeremiah Rule, can you hear me? Jeremiah Johnson, are you there? Where's Jeremiah Johnson? Jeremiah Rule. Jeremiah Rule, I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me, please. Jeremiah Rule. Jeremiah Johnson, can you hear me? Jonathan Higgs, what number you on? Where's Jonathan?
I'm on B.
Say it again.
I'm on B.
You understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kyla Welchcome. Where's Kyla? And Kaylee. Kyla Welchcome, can you hear me? Where's Kyla Welchcome? Can't have from her. Kamani, what number you on? Where's Kamani?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. You understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Can you go back to the previous slide really quickly so I could take a screenshot of it?
Okay. Kyla, did you send in your notes? Where's Kyla? Kyla, did you send in your notes?
Thank you.
Okay. Let me go back to the great exercise. Crimson, what number you on?
I'm
Crimson,
going on to see.
you going on to C? Okay,
Yes, sir.
Kayon Parker, where's Kayon? Kayon Parker? Kayon Parker, can you hear me? I wonder if you can hear me. Kayon Parker, are you there? I wonder if you could hear me. Samaya Penda? Where's Samaya Penda? Okay, good. Ronald, where's Ronald? Ronald, can you hear me? Where's Ronald? Ronald, can you hear me? Can't have
Mr.
him.
Petit,
Yes, go ahead.
I use bathroom this.
Who's speaking?
That's on.
Curry? Okay, yes, we can. Where is Ronald? Can you hear me? Where's Ronald? Ronald? Harmony, what number you on?
I'm on C.
1C, okay. And Elcardo Lubin, what number you on? And Jamaya, what letter are you on? A, B, C, or D? Jamaya,
C.
C. You understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jasmine Rose, what letter are you on?
B.
B. Jeremiah Johnson. Jeremiah Johnson, can you hear me? Can't hear from Jeremiah Johnson. Jeff Tanique Murphy, where's Jeff Tanique Murphy? What letter are you on, Jeff Tanique? Jeff Tanique Murphy. Is there anyone who is finished, by the way? Is there anyone who is finished?
I am.
Who said they're finished?
I am. I'm finished.
Who's that speaking? Where is and is there anyone who's finished, completed with them, with these?
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo, take a picture of your work and send it to me, please. For those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where is Aiden Bean? What letter are you on? Aiden Bean.
Well, letter B.
B. Justin Saunders, what letter are you on? Justin Sanders. And from Justin. Justin Sanders, what dad are you on? Malicio Dorset. Malicio Dorset, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I hear you.
What letter are you on?
I'm on B, but I'm going on C real soon.
Did you send me your notes as yet?
Yes, sir. No, not yet. I'll send it right now.
You have to send your notes.
Yes, sir.
Nico Roll, where's Nico?
Yes, sir.
What letter are you on?
I am on C.
On C, okay, that's good. Jeff Tanique Murphy, where's Jeff Tanique? Jeff Tanique Murphy. I can't hear from Jeff Tanique. Rudy, what letter are you on, Rudy? Rudy, what letter are you on?
I'm done.
Tamani, can you send in your work, please? For those of you who are finished, please send in your work. Rudy, what letter are you on? I can't hear from Rudy.
Excuse
Go ahead.
Mr. Shanique. Mr. Petit, I have a question for I'm using examples from the previous one, right? I'm trying to understand why you for the first one, that's the 11 occupants for the car, car and occupants. I'm trying to figure out why you had 11 ones up here.
Because there were 11 cars with only one occupant in it.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That's why I have 11.
Is the case different for the houses?
We'll have to see. I'll have to try and see. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Ralph Curry. All right, Ralph
Yes,
Curry.
sir. Yes, sir.
What number you on?
B.
You understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
That's good. Where's Ren? Ren, can you hear me? Where's Ren? Ren, can you hear me? Samaya McKenzie. Where's Samaya? All right. Is there anyone else who's finished? Is there anyone else who's completed?
Yes, I already sent in my work.
Who said that?
Mr. Petit, I'm sending in my work now.
Anicia Murray, you finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Deontay Smith, are you finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so let's go over number one. I mean, not number one, but part A. Is everyone finished with part A? If so, what y'all got for part A? Hello?
75.
Hello, are y'all done with part A?
Yes, sir.
75.
75.
You got what?
75.
75. Okay. All right. So the first thing we have to do is we have to list our data set, right? When we list our data set, what do we have? So first of all, it says that for our mathematics project, Jessica took a survey of the number of occupants in each of the 18 houses on the street. So there are the number of houses is 1 occupant. So there are 2 occupants. Wait, there is 1 house with 2 occupants, right? There's 1 house with 2 occupants. There is 3 houses. Sorry, there is some. Let me do it right. Let's do it. There is one house with 2 occupants. There is 6 houses with 3
With
occupants.
18.
There are 5 houses with 4 occupants. There is 2 houses with 5 occupants. There is 3 houses with 6 occupants, and there is 1 house with 7 occupants. All right, 1 house with 7 occupants. So let's list our data set. How many 2s do we have?
2.
How many 2s do we have?
2.
Just 1.
Me.
Because there's only 1 house with two. There's only 1 house with 2 occupants. How many 3s do we have?
6.
6. 1,
2,
3,
4,
4,
5, 6.
5, 6. How many 4s do we have?
5.
5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. How many 5s do we have?
2.
2, 1, 2. How many 6s do we have?
5. 3.
3, 1, 2, 3. And how many 7s do we have?
1.
1, 7. Good. And so we have to figure what is the total number of occupants in the street, in the total number of occupants. So it's going to be A. We're going to say 2 times what? 2 times what?
3.
1.
1.
2 times 1. Plus, what else?
3 times 6.
3 times 6. 3 times 6 plus what?
4 times 5.
4 times 5. Where's Calvin Hyla? Calvin, can you hear me? Calvin, can you hear me?
Is it 69?
1 second. Where's Calvin? Calvin, can you hear me? Hello, Calvin, can you hear me? Calvin, I cannot hear you. You have to type inside the chat for me, please, because I cannot hear you. Calvin, are you there? Let me see. Your mic is not working. Okay. Calvin, did you send me the notices yet? Let me know if you send me the notices yet, Calvin. So we have 4 times 5, right? Plus what? Plus what?
5 times 2.
5 times 2. Plus what?
6 times 3.
6 times 3. Plus what?
7 times 1.
Plus 7 times 1. So it's going to be 7 times
Is
1.
it 68?
Say it again.
Is the answer 68?
68. We got 68. What y'all got for the final answer?
I got 75.
75.
75.
75.
75.
So we have 2 times 1 is 2.
2.
6 plus 3 is
18.
18. 4 times 5 is
20.
20. 5 times 2 is
10.
10. 6 times 3 is
18.
18. 7 times 1 is
7.
7. And so it is going to be equal to, we have
75.
2 plus 18 plus 20 plus 10 plus 18
75.
plus 7. I got 75. Did y'all get 75 as well?
I get 75.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
get 75.
Anyone else got 75? Let me know, please.
Me. I got 75 after I get that wrong answer.
Yeah,
Yes,
75.
sir.
75.
I get 75.
75.
75. Okay, good. That's good. Joseph, where's Joseph? Joseph Kalma, are you there? Where's Joseph Kalma? Joseph Kalma, are you there? Joseph Kalma, can you hear me? Joseph Kalma, I can't hear from Joseph. Joseph Kalma, can you hear me? Cleveland, can you hear me? Where's Cleveland?
Yes, sir.
You got 75?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyone else got 75 besides Cleveland?
I did.
I did.
I
Send
did.
my work to you.
Okay, good. All right, and for part B, we want to figure out the mean number of occupants. So the mean is going to be what?
75 divided by 18.
By
70 75 divided by
18.
18. Excellent.
18.
Why 18?
That's the data value.
Because that's the amount of houses on the street.
Very good. That's the amount of houses. When you do 75 divided by 18, what you got?
4.16.
4.16.
75
And
divided
then
by 18.
4.16.
4.16, and that gun continues forever and ever and ever and
Yeah.
ever, right?
Yes.
So let me show you how to divide it. So for those who don't know, so we say 18 into 75. How many times does 18 go into 75? Let's do 4 times. 18 times 18 times 4 is what?
72.
18 times 4 is 72. So 75 minus 72 is going to be what? 3? What do we got to do at this point?
Put a point
Put a point.
and then add a 0.
Put a point. The point gives us the permission to add a what?
0.
Imaginary 0. How many times does 18 go into 30?
Once.
Once, yeah, once. 18 times 1 is what?
18.
18. And 30 minus 18 is what? We have to do this.
Wow.
18 times 2.
That is
18
2.
times 8 is 2, right?
2.
How many times does we have to put the imaginary 0? We have to put 2 minus 1 is 2 minus 1 is 1. How many times does 18 go into 16? I mean, how many times does 18 go into 120?
6 times.
6 times. 6 times. 18 times 6 is
108.
108. 120 minus 108 is what? Becomes
112.
this is 10. 10
What?
minus 8 is what? 2. 1 minus 0 is going to be what? 1. Put the imaginary 0 again.
Okay, so you're gonna keep going on.
And so we know that it's going to continue going on. So there's going to be, put another 6. It's going to be minus 108. And so this becomes 8. This becomes 1.
Let's talk about 4, 1.
No, not
6.
8. This becomes 2. So this is 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. And the cycle continues. So we're going to put 4 point what?
0.16.
0.166 what? Recurring.
That.
It continues on and on. Anyone got 4.16 or 4.1666? Anyone got
I
that?
did.
I got that.
I did. I got it.
Yeah, I got that.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Very good.
I didn't add the second six.
You didn't add the
Do
second
it
six.
matter?
So well, because I didn't know what I was doing.
No, that's fine. If you,
I just did not the extra 6.
that's fine. That's fine. Even if you didn't add
Oh.
that, so that's fine. Still the same. Once you say that next 6. So,
Okay.
okay, now C. What y'all have for C?
I have answers 4,
4.
because it's 2 4s.
I have 4 as well.
Yeah.
4.
I have 2 4s, and
Four.
then when you
Four.
add it, it's
4.
8, and then you
I have
divide
3.
give you
You have
4.
3? You have 3? The median, what's the median? The median is the number that is in the what?
Middle.
The median class, what's the
No.
median?
The
The
middle.
Number in the middle.
The number in the middle.
But number in
The number in the
That's
middle.
what I would.
After you arrange the numbers in what? You have to arrange the numbers in what?
the lowest to the highest.
Least the greatest. Least the greatest.
Ascending order.
Ascending order. Morano Hana?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
You're not participating in the class. If I ask a question, you don't respond. So what are you doing in the background? Are you paying attention?
Yes, sir. I writing all the notes.
Okay. Did you take a picture of it and send it to me as yet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have. You did. You already did it.
Yes, sir. My internet is slow, so it can take a little time. Load up.
Yeah, I don't have your notes. I don't have your notes from today. So you need to send that to me, please. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Good. And so we have the median. The median, what y'all have for the median? This one?
4,
4. 4.
F4.
Okay.
2 4s.
You have 4?
4 plus 4, yes, 2 4s.
Okay. Well, how did y'all get that? Remember now that the median is going to be the middle number, the middle value, right? The median is the middle number. So let's go ahead and do this. It's going to be 2. This 2 cancel with what? This 7. This 3 cancel with what?
6.
That's 6. This 3 cancel with what?
6.
That's 6. This 3 cancel with what?
6.
That's 6. This 3 cancel with what?
5.
5. This 3 cancel with what?
5.
5. This 3 cancel with what?
4.
That 4. This 4 cancel with what? This
4.
4. So we are left with what?
4 4.
4 plus 4. So what we have to do in this case, we have to do what?
4 plus 4 over
4
2.
plus 4.
Yeah, the left behind will be.
Yes.
Over 2.
Assuming there I get 18 plus
Give me
9
8.
divided by 10 is 5.
Say it again.
Assuming I get 18 divided by 10 5.
You do not. You want to know why I use 18? Why or how I divide it?
Why is 18?
Why I use 18?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I use 18 because it's 18 houses on the street.
Oh, okay.
Understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. So 4 plus 4, yes.
I get all those 3s up there. I only see 2 3s on in the box.
2 3s?
Yes, sir.
No.
It's 6 3s.
6 3s.
Oh, where y'all seeing 6 3s? I only see 2 3s in the box.
Look, open your eyes. Look at the second row.
Oh, my bad.
So 4 plus 4 is what?
8.
I almost played 16. 4 plus 4 is
8.
8.
8/2.
8 divided by 2, which is what?
4.
4. Very good. 4. All right. Now we need to figure what is the modal number of occupants per house. The mode is the number that appears the most. So, what do we have for the mode?
3.
3. I have 3.
3? 3 or 2?
2. I have 3.
Or 5?
1.
1? 1?
1.
Or 1?
3.
That would be, you wouldn't give it 6 people in the house. It's 3.
How many people? How many?
3.
How many 2s do we have?
3.
1, 2. We only have 1, 2. How many 3s do we have?
6.
6 3s. How many 4s do we have?
5.
5. How many 5s do we have?
2.
2. How many 6 do we have?
3.
3. How many 7s do we have?
1.
1.
So that means that what occurs the most?
3.
3.
The 3s. So that means that the modal number of occupants per house is what?
3.
3.
3.
3.
3. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. What I need. Anyone got all right? By the way, anyone got all right?
Yes, sir.
I did. Yes, I did. Because I'm still
Yes.
Anyone else got all
I
right?
did.
All right.
There you go.
Every
good.
single piece.
Anyone got one wrong? Just one wrong.
Yeah, no.
One wrong.
I did.
One wrong. Okay.
I get one wrong.
All right. Put an I
I
inside
did.
the chat if you understand what we did. Put an I inside the chat if you understand what we did. Put an I in the chat if you understand what we did. If you do not understand what we did, you still lost. Put an N. Put an I if you understand. Put an N if you do not understand what we did. Okay. An I if you understand. An N if you do not understand. Go ahead, Gilbriana. Gilbriana, say it again.
But do you always have to discuss the backup table?
What you have to do, Gilbert, you have to type that because I can't hear you. You're breaking up badly.
Good night.
Good night.
What we moving on to now?
We're going to English. All right. Let's go. Let's let me see who those who understand. Okay. So Kriston, which part don't you understand, Kriston?
It was the total number of occupants, but I understood it now, but because I had to look over it.
Okay.
Because at first I sent you the wrong thing and I had to do it over.
Okay. From Briggy, you say you confused with C?
Mr. Petit, you say y'all doing another subject now, right?
Yes, we're gonna do English.
Yes.
So for C, that's the median. The median is the number in the middle. So what you have to do is, so you have to look at the listing. So, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. You have to look at the listing. Let me see if I can erase these stuff. Let me do it over. So I'm gonna do over C because Fran McGee says she don't really get it. So we have 2 1, so it's gonna be 2. And then we had how many 3s? 6 3s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. So we have our listing, right? We have our listing, but the median is the number in the middle. The number in the middle. So we have to find the one that's in the middle, right? So when we do that, we cancel out 2 with 7. We cancel out 3 with 6. We cancel out 3 with 6. We cancel out 3 with 6. Cancel out 3 with 5. 3 with 5. 3 with 4. 4 with 4. So we have 2 in the middle, right? 4 and 4. You understand that?
Yes.
Now, since we have 4 in the middle, well, 2 4s in the middle, we have to add the 2 4s, right? Add the 2 4s. When we add the 2 4s, we get 8. But we have to divide it by 2. And that's how we get 4 as our answer. All right?
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay,
Sir.
good. All right, good. What I want y'all to do, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of this and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need y'all to do that for me, please. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Let's move on to English. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Have you already done that? Let me know, please, so that we can
Yes, sir.
move on.
Already did.
Yes, sir.
I will when I get the phone.
Already did.
Okay, good. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. For those of you who haven't done that already, please do that because we're transitioning over to English language. Again, if you haven't done that, please take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp so we could do that. So we can move on. All right. All right, so let's continue. All right, let's head up. My name is Mr. Petit. Today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday. Wednesday, the 13th of November, 2024. Subject is, of course,
Well, it is almost 2025.
I know, right? English language.
I feel like I just start school.
Yeah.
This morning I wake up and say, Mommy, today Tuesday? She said, no, Wednesday.
Yeah. Today we're going to be looking at poetry analysis. Poetry analysis. Anyone there love poetry?
Me.
I like reading.
I do.
I do.
You do?
We have problems.
So we're going to be looking at how to analyze a poem. Okay. Poetry analysis. What we're going to be looking for when we have poems to analyze. All right. Now, poems have a specific order, and they express things in a succinct way, but yet in a very creative way, right? And in a way that appeals to us as individuals. So, to analyze poetry, you need to be familiar with certain things. So, to analyze poetry, when we say, or let's say to analyze poetry, let's say, you will need to be familiar with, by the way, this sentence, right? What person is this written in? First, second, or third? To analyze poetry, you will need to be familiar with.
Second.
What?
Second.
Second person, right?
Second person. Second person. Why?
It's
Because
because
someone is speaking
you
to us directly.
uses
Because
you
Yeah.
directed at you.
Yeah, you need to do this, right?
you
So
need to go brush your teeth.
say it again.
I just said you need to go brush your teeth.
Exactly. You need to brush your teeth. That is second person. So we have to analyze poetry, you need to be familiar with number one, what do we mean by a speaker?
Person who's like saying the poem.
Content, speaker, content, theme, right? Shape and form. Need to understand mood. Need to understand tone. You need to understand figurative language. And you need to understand sound effects. Sound effects. So in our short study, we're going to be looking at these things. Go ahead, Shekinah, can you tell us what does this first sentence say?
Read it. Oh.
There we go.
To analyze poetry, you will need to be familiar with speaker / content, theme, shape, form, mood, tone, figurative language, and sound effects.
Yeah. So you need to be familiar with the following. Maybe I should put that to make it read sound with the following. And the following is the speaker. The speaker, the content, the shape and form, sound effects, figurative language, tone, and stuff like that. So let's start off with the speaker. All right, let's start off with the speaker. So when you talk about the speaker, the question that we're answering is who is the speaker of the poem? Who is the speaker of a poem?
The author.
Is the author always the speaker?
The narrator.
The narrator.
Really? So can I write a poem and not be the speaker?
Yes.
Yes.
Think so? So the speaker, let me explain to you who the speaker is. The speaker is of the poem is the voice we hear talking to us. That is the speaker, right? The voice is not always the poet's voice. It may be the voice of an invented character, human, or non-human. So the speaker is not always the poet. So a poet could write something. So Sean Isaacs could write something about, let's say he's writing about, he's writing a poem about the March to Freedom or the March to Independence or the plight of the slaves, right? So let's use that one. So let's say that you are a poet and you're writing about the plight, the sorrow, the agony that the slaves had to go through. Now, you may write it as if you're a slave, right? And so you might say, my bones, oh my bones, my back, oh my back, the sun is scorching, right? And you may talk about your experience as a slave, but you wasn't there. You just, as a poet, you're writing as if you are a slave in that time. You all understand what I'm saying? You understand?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
So the poet is not always the speaker. So the speaker is the voice who we're hearing. In that case, we're hearing the voice of a slave who went through agony and pain. But the poet could be, you know, anyone. It could be Kamani, it could be Krazia, it could be anyone. But they are writing about an experience of the slave as if they are a slave. Y'all understand?
Mr. Petit, I had a dream like that last night, but instead of the black people being slaves, the white people were enslaved by the black people.
And so, go ahead. Anyone else? Okay, so that's the speaker. Then we have number 2, the content. So whenever you're analyzing a poem, you have to consider who is the speaker. The next thing you have to consider is what is the content. So what is the content? So content is the poem, narrative, is it lyrical, or is it dramatic? Dramatic. Is it narrative? Is it lyrical, or is it dramatic? Remember, we're analyzing this poem. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to study it, right? We're trying to get an understanding of what's happening here. So we can understand what the speaker intends for us to understand, and we could be able to appreciate its content. So the narrative voice tells a what? Tells a what? Tells a
story.
Tells a story, or relates what? Or relates an event. That's what a narrative voice does. It tells a story, or it relates an event. That's the narrative voice. So it could be narrative, lyrical, or dramatic. Now, Deonce, what does the narrative voice do?
The narrative voice tells a story or relates an event.
Very good. And Shekinah,
Yes, sir.
when we say the speaker, is the speaker always the poet?
No, sir. The speaker is the voice that we are talking to us.
Very good. So poets use the lyric voice to express their personal feelings, right? Their personal feelings or thoughts. That's the lyric voice. It's used to express their inner feelings and thoughts, not to tell a story necessarily, but to express their own feelings. And then we have the dramatic voice. So sometimes the dramatic voice is used when they wish to put on a mask, pretending to be something else, or when they wish to create a conversation. So that is the dramatic voice. So when is the dramatic voice used? When is the dramatic voice used?
When they wish to put a mask on to pretend to be something or wish to create a conversation.
Very good. So what types of voice do we have for poetry? What types of voice do we have?
Lyric voice.
Lyric voice.
Lyric voice.
What else?
And dramatic.
And dramatic voice.
Dramatic voice, and what else? It's 3.
Narrative voice.
Narrative
Narrative
voice.
voice.
Yeah,
dramatic.
narrative. Again, what are the three types of voices that we could see in a poem?
Narrative, voice, lyric voice, dramatic voice.
Very good. Sean Norval Smith, can you hear me? Where's Sean? Sean Norval Smith, can you hear me? And Satasia, where's Satasia?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down, Satasia?
Yes, sir.
Read this paragraph for me, please. Start with content.
Okay. Oh, it is the poem narrative
Lyrical.
lyrical or dramatic? The negative voice tells a
The
story
narrative
or
voice.
The narrative voice tells a story or relates an event. Poets use the lyrics voice to express their personal feelings or thought. Something the dramatic voice is. Oh yeah, sometimes the dramatic voice is used when they wish to put on a mask, pretending to be someone else, or when they wish to create a conversation.
Thank you, Satasia. Are you writing this down, Satasia?
Yes, sir.
Have you sent in your notes for the day?
Yes, sir.
For maths, have you sent it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The rest of you, are you writing this down? Let me know, please.
Yes,
Yes,
Speak up.
That's only half of the class. The rest of you, are you writing this down? Who didn't speak? Let me know if you're writing this
Yes,
down.
sir. I already.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let's continue. So we know speaker. So when we're analyzing poetry, we need to look at the speaker, because the speaker may not be who we think it is. The speaker may be the speaker may not be the poet necessarily. So we have to be careful. And then we have the content. Is it lyrical, narrative, or dramatic? The next thing we have to figure out is y'all know the third one, right? What is the third one? What is the third one? The theme.
The theme.
The theme. Very good. The theme. The theme.
Oh.
Now,
Forget about the team.
now, what is the theme? What? So when we trying to figure the theme, trying to figure out what is the theme or implied meaning of the poem. So what was the poem about, right? That's what I mean by the theme. Like, what is the moral of the story, basically? Like, what big, broad ideas does this poem cover, right? So it is the central insight, right? Right? So a theme could be that love conquers all, right? A theme could be there's beauty in justice, right? A theme could be kindness is, kindness should be the first priority. Like, what is the theme, right? So a theme could be love, justice, revenge. It could be, give me some other examples of themes. What else?
Romance.
Romance, yeah.
Rivalry.
Rivalry, yes.
Betrayal.
Betrayal, oppression, depression, sympathy, right? Those are big, broad ideas, big, broad themes, right?
Depression.
Depression, yes. So it is the main idea expressed, or the central insight, the work gives us about life. In one sentence, tell what insight about life or human nature the poem reveals to you. So what is the lesson? What is the main idea? What does it teach us, right? That's the theme. What central insight about life, about human nature, what main idea did you get from this particular poem? That is how you study a poem, right? That's how you study it, to understand it. Because every poem has themes, at least one. Some poems have multiple themes. All right, so we have the theme, we have the content, and we have the speaker. So the theme is the central insight that that this poem gives us. And then we have the shape and what? The shape and what?
Shape and form.
The shape and form. So the shape and form of a poem actually makes it different from other stuff. Like depending on what shape and form it has, it would make it different. So that's what differentiate poems a lot. It's shape and form. So shape and form. So the question is the poem free verse or is it metrical? Assuming by shape and form. Is it free verse or is it metrical? Do you prefer a poem that rhymes or one that just is free verse and just you prefer?
Rhymes.
You like both? You like both or you prefer
Rhymes more.
it has the rhyme.
I like both.
Like both?
When it rhymes, it feels better.
When it rhymes, it feels better. Okay. I mean, it could not rhyme, but still like it makes sense, you know, like it still has a good meaning and stuff. And it's still written, you know, with a deep level of creativity. That could be good too. So the form depends on the pattern of the lines and the pattern of rhythm. That's the form. The form depends on the pattern of lines and the pattern of rhythm. Free verse is when it doesn't rhyme. Free verse is unrhymed with no regular pattern of stressed or unstressed syllables. Now, when we have okay. So when we have a poem that doesn't rhyme, we call that what? When it doesn't rhyme, it doesn't stress any syllables, what do we call that?
A free verse.
Free verse poem. Okay. When it has no rhyming or nothing like that. No rhyme scheme, basically. Okay. Go ahead, Shekinah, read theme and shape and form.
Theme. What is the theme or implied meaning of the poem? It is the main idea expressed or the central insight. The work give us about life. In one sentence tells what insight about life or human nature the poem reveals to you. Shape and form. Is the poem free version or metrical? The form depends on the pattern of lines and the pattern of rhythm. Free verse is unrhymed with no regular pattern of stressed or unstressed syllables.
Very good. So that's a free verse, but a rhyming poem, but a rhyming poem has a rhyme scheme and a pattern that the poet uses to express their ideas. So a rhyming poems versus free verse. So that's shape and form. Does it have a rhyme scheme or is it free verse? Right, that's another thing you got to look at when you're talking about analyzing poetry. So you have the shape and form, you have the theme, you have the content, you have the speaker. We talked about mood and tone before, and we also talked about figurative language, you know, the regular figurative language, right? Like metaphor, simile, all those different stuff.
Alliteration.
Stuff like that.
Hyperbole.
All right, so
idioms.
Idioms, okay.
Personification.
Yes.
Onomatopoeia.
So then we have sound. So I'm not gonna talk about the mood, tone, or figurative language, but I wanna talk about the sound effects. That's gonna be my last one, and then sound effects. So sound effects. Oh boy, I can't see that.
Mr. Potato, I ain't gonna lie. I can't see this writing at all.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna adjust it. So y'all should be done with analyze that one. So let's increase that. Okay, so sound effects, is that better?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So sound effects. What sounds are used to create a particular effect? That's what we mean by sound effects, right? What sounds are used to create a particular effect? And we use that in poetry. And so we say the sound of the poem depends on not only the rhymes used, but also the rhythm, right? The rhythm. It has a good pace, right? So the sound of the poem does not only depend on whether it rhyme or not, but also the rhythm. So the sound of a poem mainly depends on such elements as rhythm and rhyme. Poets also use alliteration, assonance, and onomatopoeia. Because if you look at onomatopoeia, they are like words that has sounds in them. And alliterations are also words that, you know, like a alliteration, like she sails across the seashore, like using the same type of letters consecutively creates a sound, a certain sound of the poem. So alliteration, assonance, and onomatopoeia also helps. Well, poets also use alliteration, assonance to create rhythm and tone. So not just the sound of a poem doesn't only depend on the rhythm and rhyme, but also on the proper use of alliteration, the proper use of onomatopoeia and stuff like that. And they help to make the poem come together. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, I want us to do great exercise on this. So let me put this on this side. Hopefully y'all get to see that. And then we're gonna do the great exercise. I'm gonna put this on this side. Wait 1 second. So great exercise number 1. If you're done with the notes, then you can move on to the great exercise. Exercise number 1. True or false? The poet is always the speaker. In a poem. Please only write the answers. You don't have enough time to write the questions as well. So only write the answers for this. Only write the answers in your book.
In your, okay.
In your book. Only write the answers. True or false? The speaker can never be a non-living thing. What is the element in poetry that gives the central insight or main idea of the poem? True or false? All poems.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Is
Uh-huh.
number 3 is true or false?
No, that's actually a question. What is the
Okay,
element?
thank you.
Yeah. Number 4, all poems must rhyme in order to be considered true poetry. Number 5. What is the difference between the narrative voice and the dramatic, let's say on the lyrical voice? Lyric voice. All right, those are your questions. Please, once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Sashini, what number you on?
Number 5, I write all.
Say it again.
I was writing and answering at the same
Yes,
time.
right. and
Number
answer.
5.
Number 5, okay. No problem.
Yes,
You just have to put the answers, right?
Yeah, just the answers. If you're finished with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp again. If you're finished with your work, take a picture of it. Go ahead.
Does the poem is it a poem if the person is talking about like a past event or like something or is it a poem if they're talking about themselves?
It could be a poem where they're talking about a past event. It can. It can.
So it can also be a poem if they're talking about themselves.
Say it again.
It can also be a poem if they're talking about themselves.
Yeah, if they're talking about themselves, yes, that could be a poem. If they talk about themselves, or if they're not talking about themselves, that could be poetry.
Thank you.
Kiajane, where's Kiajane? Where's Kiajane? Kiajane, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What number you on?
I'm not writing, but I'm paying attention.
Say it again.
My dad, I'm not writing, but I'm paying attention because my daddy keep forgetting to buy me a book.
Okay. So what you need, take a screenshot of the notes. And by the way, put your answers in the chat then. Put your answers inside the chat since you're unable to write. Okay? Put your answers in the chat. You understand me, Kiajane?
Mr. Petit, I finished.
Anyone else is finished besides Lamar? Anyone else is completed besides Lamar?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you're
Yes,
finished,
sir.
if you're finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Let's answer it together. Where's Ivory McKenzie? Ivory, what number you on?
I'm finished.
Did you send in your work?
I'm trying to send it now.
Okay, and Liliana, what number you on?
Sorry, but Mr. Petit, I'm finished.
I finished.
Okay, that's good. And Ran, where's Ran? Ran, what number you on? Ran, can you hear me? Where's Ran? Ran, can you hear me? Where's Ran? Can't hear from Ran. Ronaldo King, what number you on, Ronaldo? Number 4, that's good. Philip, where's Philip? Philip, what number you on, Philip?
I'm finished.
You finished? Okay. And Nevaeh, what number you on?
Carlin?
Nevaeh, what number you on?
I'm on number 4.
All right, can we answer these questions? Can we answer these questions?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, because I'm on number 5.
All right, question number 1. True or false? The poet is always the speaker in the poem. True or false?
False.
False. False. Why you say false?
Because the speaker could be anybody. It don't have to be
Because
a
it could be
poet.
it could be a made up character, or it could be a human.
Yes. True or false? The speaker can never be non-living.
False.
False. That's false. It could be a non-living inanimate object. Number 3, what is the element in poetry that gives the central insight or main idea of the poem?
The theme.
The theme.
The theme. The theme. The theme. A theme. Number 4, true or false? All poems must rhyme in order to be considered true poetry.
False.
False. False. What is the difference between the narrative voice and the lyric voice?
The narrative
voice is in a story, and the
lyric voice tells
impersonal feelings.
Yes. So the narrative
want to pretend to be something.
The narrative voice tells a story or relates an event, right? But the lyric voice expresses personal feelings or thoughts. All right. Anyone got all right? Let me know if you all got all right. Anyone got all right? Let me know. All 5. All 5.
I did.
All right. If you got
Well
all,
did.
if you got all right and you're ready to send in your work, have a wonderful evening. I'll see you all on tomorrow. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Take care, everyone.
Mr. Petit.
Yes.
Based on my Mr.
Oh,
Petit.
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
When are you going to know about the Christmas dates?
The Christmas.
The days for Christmas, like the days we're gonna do our work and stuff.
Days you're gonna do your work.
class.
You mean when we break for holidays?
Yes, sir.
Oh, our last week is the week of the 15th. That's the last week.
Mine is the
Yes,
first
thank
week.
you.
Why you gotta do that to me?
Good night.
All right, take care, everyone. Good night. Good night.
By God's grace.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I want to ask, what's assonance?
What's
Assonance.
a summons?
Yes, sir.
You mean like a court summons?
It's
Or-
a poets also use alliteration,
Oh,
assonance, and
assonance. Oh, okay. Oh, I was trying to figure what you're talking about. Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Can you say what was the difference between the thing? Because
You didn't get that?
I
Okay.
didn't. I did. So.
Okay. So, the difference between the narrative voice and the lyric voice is a narrative one tells the story, but the lyric voice express personal feelings or thoughts. All right. So remember, where's Kanan?
Yeah.
So remember, we said that assonance is used to create like a sound effect. All right. And assonance is just basically when you repeat similar or identical vowels, right? In words that are close together. So, for example, if I say, she feels the heat beneath her feet, right? So if you look at it, right, feet has a double E, fields have a double E, right? So she feels the heat beneath her feet, right? That's assonance.
Miss Batia, then get number 5. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Good night.
Good night. Who said they didn't get number 5?
Me.
What you mean you didn't answer it properly, or you didn't get the answer?
I didn't get the answer because I was trying to finish up the notes.
Okay, so number 5, the difference is narrative voice relates a story or an event, right? But lyric voice express personal feelings or thoughts. All right.
Yes, sir.
You understand that? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, Mr. Petit, when will we start to do the coursework?
Oh, wait, let me think of and this.
Because I don't remember how to